Yo, welcome back to the channel. We sit in the dark, but we know the light and lighting once. Let's get it.
And in case you needed more proof that the government is trying to harm us, I bought this bread months ago. This is the expiration date. It is best used by December 28th, 2025. It is currently February 10th or 11th of 2026. This bread has absolutely no imperfections, nothing. And I used to have to like freeze my bread, the same bread like years ago, just because it went bad on me so quick. So I don't know what they're doing, but they're giving us fake bread.
Have you seen these shocking videos where people show how they're being tricked with fake plastic food? The food looks almost unreal. Just look at these clips. A man squeezes a piece of bread, but after a while, it returns to its original shape. A blogger shared a video exposing blueberries from a popular supermarket. When she tossed them into a blender, she heard an unusual sound. The blueberries didn't break apart. And look at how bizarre this strawberry appears. Watermelons, milk, eggs, and so many other products look completely unnatural. What's going on with our food? All these videos prove that we're being given bad food, if you can even call it food. Share your thoughts. Have you encountered food like this? Let us know in the comments.
Okay, so everyone in the US is showing how their bread does not dissolve underwater and is pretty much rubber. I want to show you Australian bread underwater. Alright, straight away.
This is Sara Lee honey wheat, and it's basically a sponge. Just like the video showed, I decided to try it. What are they putting in this bread? So this is an end piece, right? Or whatever you call it. So I got a regular piece sitting here, so I'm going to try it. What is going on?
Why did no one tell us that the bananas we've been eating our whole lives are fake? This is a real banana, aka wild banana, and this is what bananas would be today without humans. The scientific name is Musa balbisiana, and they're found growing all over Southeast Asia. This fruit has been around for millions of years, even predating human agricultural advancements. Fruit is small, and it also has a bunch of crispy, crunchy black seeds that deems the fruit undesirable. Today, it's widely used to create hybrid varieties of bananas that we love, like Cavendish. Modern banana was created in a lab designed for convenience and taste, but it would not be here today if it weren't for the wild one.
5 fake vegetables you need to avoid. Watch until the end because the last one will shock you. 1. Artificial cabbage, made by layering synthetic materials and dyeing them green to look like real cabbage leaves. It's often shiny and doesn't tear like natural cabbage. 2. Fake lettuce, created from chemical resins and food coloring. Fake lettuce feels overly light and crumbles unnaturally when touched. 3. Fake green peas, manufactured from starch, paraffin wax, and green dye. These peas are overly hard, don't soften when cooked, and often have an unnatural shine. 4. Imitation sweet potatoes. Low-quality starch mixed with industrial-grade coloring is shaped to mimic the vibrant orange or purple of natural sweet potatoes. 5. Synthetic spinach. Fake spinach is made by dyeing leaves from non-edible plants green to pass them off as spinach. It often bleeds color when washed.
Comment detox if you want to detox these toxins out your body, and we will personally message you.
I got a rubbery watermelon. The texture is so weird. Like,
You gotta bend it so far before it will break. You guys, I got a rubbery avocado. Wait, I need to show you this. This is insane. Oh, disgusting. Banana is not supposed to bend that way.
But you look at this. Just look at this. This is supposed to be an orange.
Come check this.
Ariana, what are you doing here?
I thought it was watermelon season.
But since when is watermelon doing this? I'm trying to break it.
The largest groundwater supply in the U.S. is running out, and well, there goes our food supply. This is Save It or Lose It, and a NASA study talks about the rapid depletion of the Ogallala Aquifer. It's a huge aquifer that stretches across all these states, including Texas, Kansas, and Nebraska. And it provides water to millions of acres of land. It supports around a fifth of the country's agricultural output. This has been something that has been happening for decades as we have drained more and more water out, and now we're getting to a critical point. The aquifer formed over tens of thousands to millions of years, so it is safe to say it takes a long time to recharge. And as the earth gets warmer and there's more drought, there's going to be more water demand, and that's just going to be a devastating loop that we get stuck in. Some studies are suggesting that 40% of the aquifer won't support irrigated agriculture in the next few decades. So what can be done? Well, farmers are going to be forced to switch to crops that use less water, or they might have to stop farming altogether, and we will see higher food prices. We should start thinking and talking about this more in any project that we do for any of our aquifers out there. The population has exploded in the last century, and so the resource draw has grown. And think about this, we are seeing these issues because previous generations from 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago just took out resources like there was no tomorrow. This water isn't going to be here forever, so just keep speaking up, reach out to your elected officials to try and save the water that we have left for the next generation.
The Mississippi River is dying in real time. In just 72 hours, water levels have collapsed 47%, exposing riverbed that has not seen sunlight in recorded human history. But here is what has geologists in panic. What they are finding on that exposed floor should not be there. Ancient fissures are splitting open. Material buried for thousands of years is surfacing, and the New Madrid seismic zone, the most dangerous fault system in North America, just recorded its strongest activity in 40 years. February 25th, 2026, 6:37 in the morning, Central Standard Time. Automated gauge stations along the upper Mississippi River begin transmitting data that stops engineers cold at the United States Geological Survey Monitoring Center in Reston, Virginia. The numbers on the screen are not a sensor malfunction. They are not a calibration error. The river is dropping at rates that exceed every model, every projection, every worst-case scenario in the agency's database. By 7:15, the Memphis gauge station confirms what upstream sensors have been screaming for hours. Water levels at Memphis have fallen 19 feet in 72 hours. The reading represents a 47% reduction in flow volume. Engineers stare at figures that belong in a geological catastrophe simulation, not in a live data feed from America's most vital waterway. At 8,002, the Vicksburg gauge follows, then Natchez, then Baton Rouge. The drop is not isolated to a single stretch. It is cascading, rouge, moving downstream like a slow, deliberate wave of collapse. Something has gone terribly wrong beneath the Mississippi River, and what scientists find next will change everything they thought they knew. The first responders to an anomaly like this are not rescue workers. They are data analysts. Within 90 minutes of the initial readings, the USGS activates its National Streamflow Information Program Emergency Protocol, RANT, a procedure last triggered during the catastrophic floods of 2011. Hydrologists pull historical comparisons. They run regression models. They cross-reference satellite imagery from the Landsat 9 platform, which has been quietly imaging the Mississippi Basin for months. What the satellite data shows is alarming in a way that pure numbers cannot fully capture. The river's surface area, Pern, measured in square miles across its widest monitored corridor from Cairo, Illinois to the Gulf outlet, and Morangelis has contracted by 31% since February 22nd. That is not drought. Drought contracts a river gradually, over weeks and months, following the slow arithmetic of evaporation and reduced rainfall. This is something faster, something structural. Hydrologist Dr. Renata Vasquez, a senior researcher at the USGS Water Resources Mission Area, pulls the data 3 times before she speaks. We are not looking at a surface-level event.
Look at this. I'm not sure how much chicken you guys have prepared in the past, but how much of you all remember the chicken just kind of separating on its own, pulling it apart without any effort? Why? What is this part of the chicken, y'all? You remember your chicken coming apart like this? This is coming right from the Kroger bag. This is their chicken, and you can see right out of the bag the lines are there, and it just comes apart.
I think one of the number one things that we need to be focused on is food security. Most of the food that you see in the supermarkets today is not real food. It is food products, okay? The FDA just approved lab-grown meat. It approved GMO salmon probably in 2012. It approved Bill Gates's appeal to go around produce, even organic produce, which is made of diglycerides, which is essentially petroleum oil. I think if we don't start looking at our food, then in the next 5 years, I think what I'm surrounded by right now, I think is going to be like buying Gucci and Louis Vuitton. I think it's going to be very difficult to find real food.
I said it like a year or two ago, and I got killed on the internet for it. We do not have enough chickens. We do not have enough meat supply. We don't have it.
We have, ready? They went down a rabbit hole of like doing the math behind McDonald's. McDonald's sells 6.5 million burgers a day.
6.5 million burgers.
A day, okay? One full-sized grown cow can produce approximately 2,000 burgers, okay?
Okay.
To keep up with that standard, in 1 month, you need 97,500 cows.
Thank you.
1 month.
Yeah.
We don't have that many cows.
And that's only for McDonald's.
And that's only
That's for McDonald's. That's only for McDonald's.
There's
Wendy's.
There's
No.
Cars,
ISO. Break me off. ISO. No. And this is to all you on TikTok, all you on Instagram, all you on YouTube and Spotify.
Get 'em.
A year ago, over 2 years ago maybe, I said there is not enough chickens or cows or meat supply on this earth for as much meat and eggs and all that stuff that we use. And you're like, oh no, we have farms and all that. Your farm.
Get them.
Y'all are eating penguin, pigeon foot, 3D printed Campbell's chicken noodle meat.
And monkey knuckles.
And y'all, careful. Oh. And y'all all made fun of me. Peyton's so stupid. The guy from the YSK podcast is so dumb. Guess what? I'm right.
Get him.
You just needed some people with some farm animals to tell you. But when the guy on the podcast says it, 2 years ago, he's all crazy.
Get him.
And that's happened time and time again. I said it about the aliens. I said it about everything. And it always comes out a year later of me being right. So to everybody that's hating on this podcast and hating on me, I'm right and you're wrong.
Get him.
And I want an apology in the comment section on every platform we have. I'm tired of everybody saying that I've been wrong. I'm so thankful you said that. And honestly, you too.
He's your pit. No, it's gonna fall. No.
Guys, what is wrong with the food in the US? Because I bought this apple, I kid you not, well over a month ago. It's been sitting in my fridge, and me and my fiance were like, we don't want to eat that. It's been in there for so long. But like, it did not shrivel up. It does not look different at all. It's in a bag because I cut it in half like maybe 2 to 3 days ago. I just put it in a bag. It's not even browning. Like, this is not normal. It's like literally creeping me out to look at it. Like, we're being fed fake food because, and I'm sure people are gonna be like, oh, it's the wax or something. Like, anytime I've bought an apple, it does not last this long, and it should definitely brown when you cut it, especially after a few days. Like, that's really weird. I don't know if it's just me. Actually, it's not just me, because even when my cousin like was visiting from Costa Rica, she said there was like a broccoli in her fridge for like 3 weeks, and she went to go throw it out, and she was like, why does it look completely fine? Like, the food there lasts days. Like, it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It tastes different, it looks different, it feels different. All the food here is like perfect and like weird. I don't know. Anyway, bye.
A Texas city of 500,000 people is 60 days from running out of water. The 2 reservoirs that feed Corpus Christi are more than 90% empty. 60% of the water that remains goes to industry, not to people. 6 oil and petrochemical corporations drank nearly 57 billion gallons over the last 3 years. Residents face a $500 fine for watering a lawn. The plants that swallow the river pay 31 cents per 1,000 gallons and are legally exempt from drought rules. The city manager wakes up every Tuesday and tells the public how many days are left. A civil engineer assigned to the emergency well field says he wakes up in the middle of the night, almost every night, thinking about the math. But here is the detail that tells the real story. The water did not run out by accident. The water ran out by vote. 9 council members, no dissent, signed away a piece of a city's drinking supply to a $10 billion plastics plant before that plant had ever poured a pound of pellets. The warnings were on the record, the warnings were ignored, and the plant is still drinking. This is Corpus Christi, the coastal bend. Roughly 500,000 people on the Texas Gulf, served by Lake Corpus Christi and Choke Canyon Reservoir. Lake Corpus Christi is at about 9% of capacity. Choke Canyon is at about 8%. Combined, the system that has supplied the city for generations is now somewhere under 1/10 full. City Manager Peter Zanoni issues a public water supply update every single week. He is, by his own admission, not in a rush to declare a level 1 emergency because the city is, in his words, trying to protect its local economy. The emergency declaration would force industrial users to cut, so the declaration keeps slipping. The timeline runs like a fuse. Before 2021, the City Council signed an agreement allocating a major share of municipal water to a new petrochemical complex called Gulf Coast Growth Ventures. The complex is a $10 billion joint venture between ExxonMobil and the Saudi state oil and chemical company SABIC. The vote was 9-0. Former Councilman Jim Klein is on record warning the council that the city does not have the water to give. The council gives it anyway. In late 2021, the plant comes online. Steel Dynamics opens a major mill in the same window. In 2022, 2023, 2024, the reservoirs slide. In September of 2025, the City Council votes down a proposed desalination plant at the Inner Harbor. The price had climbed from a couple.
Honestly, sincerely, and unequivocally do not expect any of your audience to believe any of this. Robert Bigelow said to me, "They're walking among us." I said, "What do you mean they're walking among us?" I said, they're walking among us. They live right here. He's a billionaire. He lives in Nevada, and he has contracts with the United States Air Force dating back God knows how long. Right. But then he said, we've done studies. We've done extensive studies on the impacts of this story would have. You take Iran-Contra, and you take all these other like super big scandals, and you multiply those, every one of them that's ever happened in the history of mankind, in modern history, and then you multiply that by 1 million. And that's the impact. Any reports, any pilot reports, things of that nature of UFOs, all goes to Robert Bigelow's. And then the fact that he's hoarding it all, and it's under armed guard in a vault at his house, like, or his whatever, his office, it kind of pisses me off a little bit.
Okay, guys. Okay, what another amazing video. You know, I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything. You know, let's do your research. The truth is out there, seeking you'll find. You know, thank all you guys for watching. Have a blessed day.